please, Connie, tell us about the soul of Almere.
Well, I think a lot of people would say, well, you finished in 2 minutes because Almere doesn't have a soul, which I agree in a certain way. Almere exists 30 years. We founded Memory of Almere, the website Geheugen van Almere, as a kind of oral history project to write history of the people in Almere, but also try to connect the people to each other, because that's really what we need in this city. It didn't exist 30 years ago. There was still water. You should see a lot of water by now. Yeah. This was Almere about 50, 60 years ago. In 1960s, about the polder dried up and they started building. The first people arrived there in 76 in November. It was a terrible winter and 38 families got a key and lived in this surrounding, so it's not really a soulful place to start. But still, if I talk to people from that period, they speak about this period with a lot of love and a lot of energy still. So it's been a very special community feeling. The city has been growing. Now it's 2006, we have 180,000 people, and one of the values in Almere is people love nature. That's why they come to Almere, also because they can find decent, cheap housing in Amsterdam, so that's the main reason, but also because we have a lot of space and a lot of nature still in the city. This is the new center, the town center, which is built by world-famous architects, which for me poses the question, could you create a soul in a city like this by starting building, and what kind of influence do these buildings have on the people? We have 180,000 people, but energy is different from crowded shopping malls. So there's a difference there, and I wonder if soul, I was talking about the soul of the city with our city philosopher, Barry van Patje, and he said soul is emptiness. He had a kind of Buddhist approach about soul, and for me soul is, I was born and raised in Amsterdam, and it is about memories on an individual level, the street corner where I kissed for the first time, at a collective level, the street corner where Theo van Gogh was murdered. And those things combined for me, is the soul of the city, which Almere doesn't have. It's a very individual city. People are very, they come to Almere, they buy a house, they buy a big couch, a flat screen TV, and they don't get up anymore. They just, all the energy leaks away in the city where they work. That's mostly Amsterdam. Every day people go to Amsterdam to work, and that's where the ideas and the energy is left, in my opinion. When they come back, they have a holiday-like feeling. That's something that everybody from Almere will say. When I cross the bridge back into town, I get this holiday-like feeling of space, of possibility. And so I think the philosopher was right when he was talking about soul as emptiness, and I think Almere still has is also this recreational feeling of the city. And I think Almere has this emptiness, but the advantage of emptiness is that you can fill it. We can color the city any which way we like, and that for me is one of the things that I really love about this city. This is, I think, the opening of the new town center. You can see the architecture, and well, it's one of the things that I would like to talk to you about in the discussion. Could architecture really influence the way people look at the city, or like we talked about Blijburg before, which is a small initiative but has a lot of impact. We need more subculture, I think. Almere is very neat. When I lived there for about a few months, I was working outside and I saw a garbage can that was standing there on the day that shouldn't be there, and I was, oh my God, there's a garbage can. Which, it's amazing, because I was used to Amsterdam with all its energy and its letting go, and it was really shocking for me to find out about myself that I was getting kind of, truttig. Okay. This is one of the, we have this website, you really go fast. We have this website, Memory of Almere, but more and more organizations in the city want to work with us, which is really nice. So we had a few exhibitions. We started a big project, Faith in Almere. It's a kind of inter-religious project. This is the start of the project. We had an exhibition, a series of interviews, a series of talks who were led by the mayor of Almere. And that's also possible, I don't work for the city council, I'm just someone who lives there. This is one of the stories on our website. We started with 50 stories, now we have about 500. Obviously I cannot collect them by myself, it's too much, so we also train people to collect the stories in their neighborhoods. So, and we train about 70 people by now who are all busy collecting stories for the website, which is a great way to connect people to each other. And well, we finish with the emptiness of the soul of Almere. And we have a big lake in the center of the city. And it was interesting because you talked about Dublin and about this flow in the city, the river in the city that is the soul. And this could be our soul, I think, this water. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Connie.